Gemini, welcome back. Or if you are new, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Zodiac Love Reading channel. And Gemini, this is your reading for the next 7-ish days. For whenever you come across it, it is timeless. Want to apologize. I usually post you guys readings on Thursday, and it is now Saturday. My internet was out for like a day and a half. I had to try and do work through a hotspot. It was just hellish. And then I thought, well, let me catch up. But 2 horrific busy days as well at work. It was just fried. It was just a perfect storm. So my apologies. I usually get these to you on Thursday, and it's now Saturday that I'm getting them up. But, you know, I'm doing the best I can. And Gemini, please don't forget, I do have 2 other channels, Pisces only and pick a card channel, links below, and I am now offering personal readings. My email is in the description box, and you can reach out to me there. So Gemini, let's get going. 4 of Wands, the Emperor, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, interesting, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess, that's interesting. Okay, so Gemini, right now I see you as either like totally in love, celebrating, committed, married, or thinking about and planning on being married. But I see you in a totally loving situation here, in a relationship. You may refer to this person as your soulmate or your twin flame. I mean, just the way that you feel about this person is, you know, all about the love. And you are feeling it, and you are in. You view this relationship as strong, solid, mature. You look at your person as a leader, someone that really has their, shizmet together. So all in all, you look at this relationship as something, really good, really strong, really solid. I'm seeing a challenge or an opportunity, but I'm seeing something about having fun. Like, is your person so mature that it's a challenge having fun with them? Or have things become so serious that maybe you're like, wow, we're so caught up in all this, wedding planning, or this, being together or moving to the next level, this whole relationship thing. Have we forgot how to have fun? Or are you just really hoping maybe that if there is like wedding planning going on, that you want to be sure to incorporate the fun? Something about having fun, being spontaneous, is on your mind right now. Something that you don't want to forget. Gemini, you don't want to forget who you are, what you're about. You want things to be solid, secure, stable, all that. But you don't want to lose your, your quirky, unique side, your ability to have fun. Your person I'd say that your person has really focused on building themselves up. I would say they most likely have a very solid and secure life, whether that's, a job, whether they're an entrepreneur, and it's not always about money, but this person has just really created a just really solid, stable, secure, sweet life. Like, your person enjoys having things, not necessarily like a crazy consumer that has to have all of the latest, but they're the kind of person where, if they had like $1,000 for a new wardrobe, they wouldn't go, to the lower end store and buy, 200 pieces. They would go to some store, not even designer, but some store that sold more maybe classic and quality items, and they buy maybe 8 items or something like that. That's just the kind of person. They really are into like quality. And I've noticed that when I go to purge, I've noticed that the things that I'm getting rid of are the impulse buys, the cheap stuff, the trendy stuff. And I noticed I also shop for, like to feel better sometimes. But this person, just a little aside there about me, but I'm working on that. I've really noticed that, and I've, gotten that under control pretty much. But this person really is into, quality over quantity, okay? This person views this relationship as the perfect melding, the perfect blending of your fun, energetic, they love listening to you talk. They could talk to you for hours. They just see you as almost like mysterious. They don't know, they never know what to expect. That's the thing that they dig about you. They're into the security, the stability, all that, but they love the what's the word I'm looking, the spontaneousness and just some of the crazy shit that comes out of your mouth. They find you extremely amusing, and they just see you as the perfect, like you guys are. Sometimes when I'm doing readings, I see people totally mirroring each other, and they're just so alike, and you see it, the relationship really working because of that, because the couple has so much in common. You guys do have a lot in common in as much as what you want and what you're looking for, and the stability and the security and all that. But in other ways, you just could not be more far apart and different. But this person digs it. This person just gets a huge kick out of how different you guys are. And you just really keep them on their toes, Gemini, and you keep them amused. And they picture a life with you as just being really fun. Okay. I see this person as having challenges with, I think they're so engaged in their work and what they're building and what they're manifesting, that they could have a hard time paying attention to you, making you a priority. But I think you know that, and I think that you understand where they're coming from, and you don't take it personally, okay? But just FYI, because I think you do see this already, because I see this person, I see your person as like maybe an entrepreneur that has like, 14 things going on, or like a CEO, someone who's super duper engaged in their living and identifies, who they are through that. They get a lot of their self-worth through that. So they're just super focused. And I don't think you take it personally, but I see where it could become a challenge, and you might start to feel like they don't make you a priority. So if you haven't already noticed that, keep that in mind. Know that it really doesn't have anything to do with you. It probably is them needing to learn how to balance things. Maybe your person needs to learn how to delegate more so that they have more time for you and the family life that they so much want here. So just a heads up there, Gemini. I see this relationship moving forward quickly. I see communication happening now. I swear, Gemini, I feel like the wedding invites are being sent or something. Okay? I feel like the wedding invites are being sent, or there's some communication to family. Maybe you guys are moving in together, taking it to the next step. But there's some kind of communication that is happening or will be happening soon about the forward progress of this relationship. Spirit is, again, we already talked about this, but Spirit is acknowledging that someone is going, or maybe both of you are going to need to look at your priorities. Okay? I think first, Spirit wants you to look at this relationship with clear eyes and to know exactly what you are getting into. Don't romanticize it. Like right now, you're like, oh yeah, this person, they have, 5 companies and they're doing really good, and, they have a ton of money, and not that you're a mercenary type of person or anything, but you're just really impressed with what they built, and so, but you're all impressed and you're all, bragging about it and stuff, which again, that's normal. I would too. But Spirit is saying, don't get so caught up in that you forget what it's going to look like when it comes down to the day-to-day living. What seems very admirable now may not be so much fun when you're sitting in a restaurant waiting for them to show up to dinner, but a meeting went over and maybe they totally spaced, or maybe you get a text saying, oh honey, I'm so sorry, the meeting's gone over, can you just grab it to go and bring it home, and I'll be home in an hour. Disappointing things like that. There is a big warning here, 2 warnings actually, to watch out for that. But I think if you guys figure it out in the beginning and you put down some boundaries as far as what is acceptable for you, that I think you guys could definitely work around this. Because, unless this person is like a heart surgeon and they have to run to the hospital to save a life, come on, there's time for a dinner. So just be careful of that. Don't be all, all that glitters isn't gold, and don't be all excited about it. But then when it comes down to the reality, it's like, oh wow, I didn't think it would be like this. So just keep that in mind, Gemini. And then also the potential outcome. I just see you guys working on this. Now, again, put the work in, be patient, but also boundaries. Because we have the 7 of Cups, which is about prioritizing things, making choices, looking at things properly, not not being all, ooh, rose-colored glasses, or not living in illusion, okay? And then the Seven of Pentacles, planting the seeds, manifesting, growing. But sometimes it can have a negative connotation of waiting for things to, to bear fruit, and maybe getting impatient or disappointed. But, I mean, we don't have all the sevens, but what my mind went exactly to was the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is about setting those boundaries, not allowing yourself to come from a place of defensiveness. Like, I'm telling you all this, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then 2 years later, you're all pissed off and defensive. Hey, I thought this was going to be even. I thought this was going to be give and take, but I feel like you're always gone, and I'm the one, say if you guys get married and have kids, I'm the one always stuck at home with the kids, or even if you don't, I'm the one at home alone all the time. It's making me feel like, am I needy? Or, it makes you start to feel like, is it me? Is it them? You really just start to question everything. So my point being, put your boundaries down at the beginning so you don't have to be defensive. If you're very clear and you say, hey, you're a super busy person. I get it. Your job is very important. But here's the things that will be deal breakers for me. Here's what I expect. And it's not even about, oh, you have to send me flowers No, it's not any about that silly stuff. Personally, if I have to ask for flowers, I don't want them. This is the kind of stuff, though, if we have a dinner date, you can't, you can't bail, or I'm way big into date night. It's super important to me that we have us time, and that we go on a date at least once a week, and once a month I want to do a getaway, at least Saturday night, if not a whole weekend getaway, or maybe a drive to getting dust off my my crystal ball, or maybe a drive up the coast or something, like that. You let this person know what you expect. Then immediately, if you don't get it, you call them on it and you see what the deal is, And I would do that definitely if there's plans of marriage. I'd do that prior to getting married for sure. I'd do a long engagement. I just do see some juggling and some priority stuff going on here. I see you guys look really cool together to me, but just be careful of this juggling and this prioritization. And just speak your mind, stand up for yourself, insist on what you want. You can do that in a very polite, honest manner. And it's very easy. People are always like, well, they're not doing this and they're not doing that. Well, have you asked for it? Well, yeah, I kind of hinted. Number one, they're not mind readers. Don't hint. Ask for it. Then, if you don't get it, there's your answer. Yeah, I get emails from people, well, he said he cheated, but he really wants to work it out. And I said, okay, well, what do you need in order to work it out? Well, I need to learn to trust him again. And I said, okay, well, then what are the 3 or 4 things that you'll need? Well, I'd need to know where he was and, what he was doing, that he wasn't talking to someone. So then, how about a new rule? Nobody's phone can be locked. Oh, well, I don't think they'd go for that. And I'd be like, well, there's your answer. If you can't be in you can't be in a relationship with a person and not have them hide stuff from you and lock the phone. I mean, people do deserve their privacy. Yes. But if there's a history of infidelity and cheating, I think they've given up that right if they do want to try and work things out with you, at least for a while until you can start to feel safe again. Right? And that's what I'm saying here. Ask for what you want. Stand up for what you want. Okay, make sure you do that. I'm sorry, I went on that tangent for quite a while, but I'm getting a strong vibe. This could be really sweet and beautiful. They think the world of you. You think the world of them. But just make sure their priorities are straight, because, and not even, I brought up that cheating thing, but I don't even see that here so much as someone who just really has a lot of other priorities. But I will tell you one thing, you let someone walk all over you long enough, it could eventually lead to that. They could be like, well, shit, this person doesn't care what I do. They could start to see you as like weak, okay? And they could start to do maybe, you know, whatever they want. Maybe stuff they wouldn't have even considered originally doing. So you have to be strong. You have to advocate for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Okay, Gemini. My goodness. Let's go ahead and look at your energies with all the other zodiac signs for the next 7-ish days. If you are dealing with an Aries, we have the 10 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. I think someone wants to come back. And I would say, you know this person. Maybe there was something not good, and that's the reason why you guys aren't together anymore. I think being with them would be overwhelming, and you'd feel like you were doing more than your share. And maybe that was like the original issue. I would say no with an Aries at this time, Gemini. If you're dealing with a Taurus, we have the King of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Yeah, really good energy of chemistry, excitement, solid, beautiful, beautiful combo. If you're dealing with the Gemini, a fellow Gemini, we have the High Priestess and the 10 of Swords. No, there'd be some secrets, something's off, and you would feel like really, it would be very painful, no good. If you're dealing with the Cancer, we have the King of Cups and Justice. Yeah, this could be really beautiful. Loving, fair, honest. This person could be in law enforcement, military, court system, something like that. If you're dealing with a Leo, we have the Ace of Cups and the Hermit. You know, either there would be love, but either someone has to do some soul searching, like figure out what they want. I feel like this Leo doesn't really know what they want. Maybe they start off kind of love bombing, but they're not really sure. Grain of salt, but I would probably say no with this Leo at this time. If you're dealing with a Virgo, we have Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, beautiful. Start manifesting, growing together. I think that could be beautiful. If you're dealing with a Libra, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. I'd say no. You'd feel like you were really working hard on it. The other person, the Libra would be, I don't know, like kind of controlling and not giving as much as you were. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, we have the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, excitement, interest. It could be very joyful, and either one or both of you really has, you know, worked on themselves and grown and has a lot to offer, basically. If you're dealing with a Sag Gemini, we have the 3 of Cups and the Chariot. Yeah, this could be beautiful. A whole new start to love. It could be someone that you meet through friends or at some type of a social gathering, and it could move forward quickly, nicely. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. I'd say no. I'd say this Capricorn would breadcrumb you. They'd give you just enough to keep you engaged, and it would really, it wouldn't work out, and you'd have to like go lie down and heal from this Capricorn Gemini. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, we have the 2 of Pentacles and Death. I'd say no. I'd say this person has other interests. This person would not have the time for you, and something would have to change drastically for this to be able to work, and it would be take so much energy. I'd say no with this Aquarius at this time, Gemini. If you're dealing with a Pisces, we have the Page of Cups and the Moon. No, this person is not, this Pisces is not like emotionally stable right now. they're hiding something. Either they're in another relationship, or I don't know what's going on with them. There'd be a thought that maybe something, you know, good could happen. There'd be some interest, but I don't see it going well. So Gemini, if this did resonate, please do give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, really help my channel out. Wouldn't cost you a penny. And I will see you next time, Gemini. Bye-bye.